Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I'm from Lahore, Pakistan, and I teach IELTS. Okay, you know that already. We are solving IELTS listening test, and this is the next video. We have solved section 1, section 2, and now we are going to solve section 3. In section 3, we've got the question type like multiple choice. That is quite popular. Multiple choice is very much common in IELTS listening nowadays. After that, we've got another type of multiple choice where there are 5 or 6 options and you got to choose 1 or 2 options. And after that, we've got a summary completion task as well. So we will do that as well. So let's just take a start with it. Okay, now we've got section 3 and questions 21 to 30. Questions 21 to 23, choose the correct letter A, B, C. For multiple choice, what you need to do, this question you got to keep in mind, and during the audio time you've got to go through these options. Now generally Rosanna finds a Wednesday program. Wednesday program is the clue word. How does she find Wednesday program? Okay, is it worthless, very slow, valuable? These are the short options, so you don't need to underline anything. Rosanna wants to change her course because means the reason. She wants to change her course and she will tell 3 reasons, but out of 3 reasons she's going to speak about one positively. So as I told you, the clue words and then the positivity, that is important. There are 3 reasons. She always arrives home very late at night, so you can just underline arrive late at night. These are the clue words. It affects her work on the next 2 days, right? Affects next 2 days. She doesn't get on with the course tutor. So doesn't negative, get on course tutor, right? You got to see out of 3 which one. If Rosanna changes her course, if she changes her course, conditional sentence, she may not have the same tutor. One is not same tutor. Second, cannot change her mind again, cannot change mind again, and may regret the change, may regret the change. So it's going to be one of these 3, and we got to see this is a tutor or can't change mind or regret. These are the clue words here. Then afterwards we got questions 24 and 25. Choose 2 letters. Now out of A, B, C, D, E, you have to choose any 2 letters, and there you can see which 2 good things. You must read this sentence, don't ignore it. Which 2 good things? Now it means you got to find good things about the distance learning component. 2 things about distance learning component. So you got to see 2 things about distance learning component. Is it course length, evening seminars, course tutor, course flexibility, and time factor? And when the audio is going on, move your eyes between all these options and then you'll be able to find the right one. Okay, is it length, evening seminar? They will talk about all, but they will recommend some. After that, we've got questions 26 to 30. Complete the summary below, write no more than 3 words. Again, no more than 3 words. Course assessment. So it means the summary is about course assessment. Students are required to keep a written something. So they got to write that and present a paper. Second thing is, additional thing is, and present a paper monthly. It can be assignment or it can be anything like that. After that, 30% of the marks. Now 30% of the marks are allocated to the means for what thing they are allocating 30% marks. It's the university course, right? Course assessment they're talking about. Each student has to keep a means something singular. So each student has to keep a something portfolio. Now a dash portfolio, it might go with portfolio, which in the end account for dash of their marks. Dash of their marks means it's going to be a sort of percentage. Dash of their marks. Each student is also expected to present at least 1 piece of work at a. There can be an event or there can be an occasion where they have to present 1 piece of work. Now I play the audio and we listen to the audio and find the answers.
Section 3. You will hear a female student inquiring about changing her course. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 25. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 25.
Hi, my name is Rosanna McLaren. I'm a bit early, but I have an appointment to see the assistant registrar, Andy Matthews, at 10 a.m.
Hi,
I'm Andy Matthews. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My tutor advised me to come to see you about changing my course.
Yes, I've had an email from your tutor, David Vine. Let me just call it up. Here we are. It says, Tutee Rosanna McLaren is on the Wednesday part-time course and wants to change to the distance learning program. Have you any problems with the course itself?
Oh no, I love it. I think the course is really worthwhile. The theoretical sessions once a week on Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. are really good.
You have 2 two-hour sessions then?
Yes, that's it. And I have to say, I think the practical session from 4 through to 9 in the fashion workshops are also good fun. But I am finding it all very tiring, and it makes me too exhausted for my work on Thursdays and Fridays.
You work the other 4 days of the week?
Yes, and some Saturdays.
I see. So, what do you want to do?
I'd like to change to the program with the distance learning component instead of the Wednesday sessions.
Yes, that is a possibility. I see from your tutor, Dr. Vine, that he has no problem with this, but you realize it's possible you'll have a different tutor.
Yes, I'm aware of that. It's a shame because he's a very good tutor. What do I need to do now?
First, we just need you to fill in this transfer form and the claim form for the reduction in fees.
Oh, I didn't realize it was cheaper.
Oh yes, it's £1,000 less a year.
It gets even better. Can I start the distance learning program from now?
I don't see why not. I just need to get a signature from your tutor, which should take only a short time. I'll email it to him now, and then he can sign it and put it in the internal mail.
Okay.
But I also need to go through with you what is involved in the distance learning program to make sure you are clear about everything.
Well, I understand I attend the weekend course once a month, and that I can book a bench in the fashion workshop at any other time.
You have a computer at home for the distance learning?
Oh yes. I have the necessary equipment for making video calls over the internet already. It's the flexibility of the distance learning over the internet that is very useful. And what makes it even more interesting is that I don't have to spend a lot of time traveling to and from the university on the Wednesday. I can adapt it to my own routine, as I will be able to do the theory over the internet from home when I want. The same is true of booking a tutorial online using Skype.
Yes, it is amazing, isn't it? It's in its infancy, but it's been up and running for a year now, and it's going rather well.
Can I just ask if it's possible to have a face-to-face tutorial at any time as well?
There is no reason why you shouldn't be able to.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 26 to 30. Now listen carefully and answer questions 26 to 30.
What about the assessment for the distance learning? I take it that it's the same as for the other program?
Let me see. Each month you are expected to keep a written course diary and to present a seminar paper, and at the very end of the course there will be a written exam which will account for 30% of the total marks.
What about the coursework? How much does it account for?
The design portfolio, which you need to present at the end, accounts for 50%. I would point out just one thing, and that is that on the distance learning program, some tutors like to see the design portfolio twice each term to make sure you're on the right track. But of course you can take it in at any time to show your tutor. And as part of the assessment for the portfolio, you have to present at least one fashion item at a fashion show at the end of the course.
Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
Thank you for all your help.
No problem. Hope it all works out well for you now.
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Okay, how was it? Good. See, section 3 is a little more difficult, but don't worry. The way we did it and the way I solved it it's not going to be difficult for you anymore. So this is how we do it, and still if you have any confusion, please go back and repeat the test. Thank you very much indeed. I teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, you can contact me for that. Apart from this, I request you to subscribe my channel, this channel, and there are two other channels, Asad Yaqub Vlogs and Asad Yaqub Languages. You can join those channels, subscribe those channels as well. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best, and IELTS listening needs practice and some precision. Once you do practice precisely, you are going to get good bands in IELTS, and if your target is 8,777, you really need to work very hard with IELTS listening. Take good care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.